Ishibon Guru in the house, back with another Arsenal news episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're going to talk about Mislav Orsic again because we got more updates about exactly the statistics wise. How exactly will he add up if he joins Arsenal? Yes, we got an update about that. Of course, we're also going to talk about in detail about Real Betis midfielder Guido Rodriguez. He's responded to the Arsenal links. Of course, Arsenal, when Arsenal knock, it's a different kind of knock. It was said by Don Raul. Sadly, Don Raul is not here anymore with Arsenal. So, we're going to discuss about it. A big headache for Arsenal because their stars might leave them for next year for, of course, AFCON, because three of the countries that have qualified for actually getting into that competition, it involves three of the Arsenal stars. So we're going to discuss about that, and as well some Arsenal youngsters who could actually prevent Arsenal breaking the bank. So with this, we start the episode just like a flash. Number one, Arsenal keen on signing Dinamo Zagreb's Mislav Orsic to bolster attacking options, as I already mentioned it yesterday. So it looks like Orsic, who has 6 caps for his country, joined Dinamo Zagreb in 2018 and still has 4 years left on his current deal. His goal scoring return has been hugely impressive, having bagged 53 goals in 123 matches for the club. Also, he actually plays in Martin Odegaard's position, so it could be a strong possibility that the number 10 might actually be considered if Arsenal could not get Martin Odegaard. Well, Arsenal could be about to inflict a painful reminder on rivals Tottenham with the latest player to be linked to the club. Well, Mislav Orsic, one of the attacking options. So, the 28-year-old Croatian international has 19 goals in 36 appearances in all competitions this season for his club, but his most notable strikes came in the Europa League last 16 clash against Tottenham. Hat-trick that sent Tottenham packing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's the thing. So, the Times reported the Croatian could be a cost-effective option for Mikel Arteta as he looks to reshuffle his attacking options. Primarily playing on the left, Orsic would be expected to provide competition for the likes of Willian on that side of the pitch. Now, Orsic can also operate behind the main striker, serving as an alternative to Martin Odegaard should the Gunners fail to make the Norwegians' loan move permanent. Odegaard has so far impressed in red and white, making the temporary move switch from Real Madrid in January. So, will Arsenal go with Orsic, or will they actually end up with Odegaard? Let's see what happens in the future. For now, Orsic is a very interesting signing. But the question is, Odegaard came to the Premier League. He looks really settled here. Orsic, you never know if he can take time to settle. Moving on, so Kieran Tierney opened up about Arteta in a recent interview. He says, Arteta is still a young manager, but from what I'm learning and what I learned so far is amazing, and hopefully we can get some consistency. That is the most important thing. We've had big results against some big teams. It's just consistency we need to add. Also, Tierney says, Arsenal is a massive club. Where we are just now isn't where we want to be, should be, or isn't what the fans deserve. Success is what this team deserves, and something what I work towards every single day. True to every aspect and every core. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the big headache of Mikel Arteta coming up. So Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has given Mikel Arteta a new Arsenal problem for next season. A Gabonese striker was on target and assisted his country to help them qualify for the AFCON, which takes place in January next year. Now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has been handed an unwanted selection concern for next season following the latest round of international fixtures. Gabon won against DR Congo in Franceville 3-0. 3-0. Arteta would have been pleased for the fact that Gabon qualify and Aubameyang performed really well. He'll now be competing in next year's AFCON, which takes place in January and February 2022. This means, depending on how far Gabon go in the tournament, Arteta could be without his star man for up to a month or perhaps longer, depending on quarantine rules at the time. As well as Aubameyang, Arteta could well be missing Thomas Partey, and because Ghana's qualification for the tournament also was sealed yesterday, as well as possibly Egypt's Mohamed El-Neni after the Pharaohs also confirmed their place. Things could get even worse for Arsenal, with Nico Pepe also set to participate should Ivory Coast win their final qualifier against Ethiopia. The tournament taking place in Cameroon from January 6th was initially scheduled for the summer months of 2021 in line with the European football calendar. However, due to the weather in the country at that time of the year, the Confederation of African Football announced in 2020 that they would bring the tournament forward to January of the following year. So that's the problem, and that's the big headache that Mikel Arteta has to solve. But it's part of the future. Let's just not jump into it. So 5 Arsenal youngsters who can actually save Edu millions in the transfer market. Now Arsenal season this term can be defined of two halves, as we also saw it. We also saw the eye-catching displays from Gabriel Magalhaes, Thomas Partey, and of course the captain material Martin Odegaard on loan from Real Madrid. However, while the attention towards transfers will be fierce, Arsenal have also benefited by seeing the young players proving their worth in Emil Smith-Rowe. Bukayo Saka is the biggest success. But due to the pandemic, it looks like it's difficult for Arsenal to actually spend money. But what are the major signings that actually Arsenal have made already that can actually help them get past this barrier? Number 1, Gabriel Martinelli to be played as a striker. Number 2, they have already signed is William Saliba in action for Nice. He's actually doing great with OGC Nice. Folarin Balogun, sign the damn contract, Folarin. Also, the one in the picture, Miguel Aziz. Now, Arsenal's lack of defensive protection from midfield was solved last summer by the signing of Thomas Partey. But Miguel Aziz, he's been catching the eye after crafting his game the past year to shine in front of the back four, while still possessing the ability for a killer pass like Partey, which has become pivotal in Arteta's plans for the Arsenal side. Next season, I am looking up to either Miguel Aziz going out on loan or definitely make it into the playing 11. Next goes out to Daniel Ballard has impressed with the League One side Blackpool and has become a senior international with Northern Ireland after making his debut last year, earning 5 caps overall. It has been a while since Arsenal have had a solid central defender coming through their ranks, but hopes are high for the years ahead. Now, Christian Bielik would have been there, but he's not, so let's just move on. So, even NBA star Josh Hart has mocked Tottenham as Gareth Bale reveals plans to return to Real Madrid. If you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, oh my god. Well, Bale confirmed on Tuesday that he will return to the Bernabeu at the end of the Premier League season once his loan deal expires with Spurs, seemingly ending his hopes that he will extend his stay at the side. The problem is, the Welshman has less than 18 months left on his contract with Real Madrid. But the problem is the further comments that he made. Bale said that he actually joined Tottenham Hotspurs just so that he could remain fit for the European Championship. He just said that. And funny story, a huge Chelsea fan, one of the NBA stars of New Orleans Pelicans, Josh Hart, he actually took a dig at Tottenham, and of course after Gareth Bale revealed plans that he was there at Tottenham just to be fit for the European qualifiers. So Josh Hart says Bale really used Tottenham for training. That's what he tweeted out, Josh Hart. Also, he says use Tottenham like it was G League. Oh my god. Speaking on international duty with Wales, Bale said that he wanted to return to Spain in the summer and only wanted to join Spurs on loan to play football. He said, there's no distraction for me. I think the main reason I came to Spurs this year was to play football first and foremost. Going into the Euros, I wanted to be match fit. The original plan was to do a season at Spurs, and after the Euros, still have a year left at Real Madrid. My plan is to go back. That's as far as I have planned. Wow. Oh my god. Would you believe it? And of course, and people tell, why do we mock Spurs? Laughing stock, ladies and gentlemen. So moving on, Real Betis midfielder Guido Rodriguez has responded to the Arsenal transfer links. Well, he says that he's very happy at Real Betis after being linked with a move to Arsenal. Earlier this week, we said that the report in Spain claimed that Arsenal have prioritized a move for Guido Rodriguez. Yes, of course. But he says that I saw it because friends from Argentina asked me, but I told them that I knew the same as them. I am the protagonist because I am in the news, but today I do not know more or less than you who also saw it. I'm very happy I arrived, and there was 1 or 2 months with a strange situation for everyone with the issue of confinement. But the truth is that I am very happy in Seville. With the city, the weather, at the club, I'm very happy. It feels a bit strange when you walk down the street. I would have liked to experience all this with the fans in the stadium. I could only play a few games with the stadium full. That's a strange part. So that is the reality. Guido Rodriguez is flattered with the links. Moving on, would you take Paulo Dybala? Because Chelsea and Tottenham are interested in signing Paulo Dybala from Juventus. He's available for damn 45 million euros. The club's sporting director Pavel Nedved recently moved to dismiss talks of head coach Andrea Pirlo and Cristiano Ronaldo leaving the club. That definitely leaves the door open for none other than Paulo Dybala. How crazy is that, ladies and gentlemen? That's really a crazy news. I mean, would you believe it? 45 million euros. Would you want Dybala to join Arsenal for 45 million euros? That is a very, very crazy aspect. Well, with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing and make sure you like the content if you actually enjoyed it. Cheers.